So, what strategy is performing best? Like, we always had favored exact match. However, exact match these days, they've been some updates to their match types, and exact match no longer functions exactly the way that it used to. So with exact match, right, you would pretty much pull the exact search terms. It could trigger plurals, but for the most part, it was like those specific searches. Now, exact match, specifically in sponsored brand ads, not in the other ad types, will also trigger what's called related searches. The example I always give is like if you're bidding on the keyword in exact match, again, specifically sponsored brands, running shoe, you could show up for the search term sneakers. Are those related? Kind of, but we might not be interested in getting really aggressive on the search term sneaker. That kind of leaves us between a rock and a hard place because exact match was really the one thing that allowed us to aggressively go after a specific search page. But now that's no longer working. Phrase match could kind of be okay, but again, it's going to trigger a whole bunch of different searches that add additional words into them. So which one is best? I don't know if there is a best one. I would just say make sure that you are really leaning into your bid adjustments and really watching those search terms and adding negative keywords even to exact match these days. Negative keywords are going to be relevant, again, only for sponsored brand ads, but that's been an update recently that kind of goes a wrench in things. As far as best strategy for brand ads, unless we're getting super aggressive with this specific search pages we're going after, we typically run these for profitability. We haven't observed as much impact on ranking for sponsored brand ads as we have for, say, sponsored product ads. So we don't like to run these unprofitably if at all possible. They are the only way that you can really push traffic to a store page, though. So that is helpful. So for example, if you wanted to showcase your line, maybe you have a bunch of women's running sneakers, right? But you have a whole bunch of different styles and they're scattered across a bunch of different listings. Well, maybe if you use, you leverage sponsored brand ads to then push to a store page and you have a sub page with all of your women's running shoes, then that could be really beneficial to like showcase your entire brand. So that's in a lot of ways where you use it is like strategic traffic focused on groupings for a brand can be very, very helpful if you have a larger catalog. Other things that are good practice is simply looking at your search term reports for your sponsored product ads, what's working, what can then be realistically carried over into my sponsored brand ads. It's a good rule of thumb. Other things is aligning your creatives, aligning your headlines with your searches you're going after. And the one thing update I was going to mention is Amazon now allows you to leverage AI to create lifestyle images, which can be useful. And those of you might enjoy that update. It's a little bit funky. Sometimes when we go to create the images, you're like, that doesn't look that great. So it's not a bad idea it's better if you have really good custom images, but for the brands that don't have good custom images and potentially say getting up holiday images, maybe leveraging that AI is helpful. And as with everything in AI, the better your prompt, the better your image is going to be. The crappier your prompt, the kind of crappier your image is going to be. So